How sweet it is. I don't know why I was in such a weird tone today. To be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. Great. You guys turned that frown upside down. I had a thumbs down like the second I came off camera, and I was just like, throw it off. This is your almost nightly nerdy talk show where we sit back and relax. I said we sit back and relax. And by all means, if you would like to, you can pour yourself just... I'm way off today. A little bit of...
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
As we cruise through the week and head over to the weekend. Also, welcome back again to all of you on TikTok. I would suggest come over to YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, because then you get all the sound effects too. You know, just hear me talking in this echoey room. For the rest of you, of course, if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. Support one another. K-Walk's hilarious. Plug yo shit. We have, of course, fun things to talk about today. We got a new Predator trailer that dropped. Andor dropped. Sorry, like I don't know if it's like allergies or what. So it's just like in the air. So yeah, Andor dropped. We got the Predator trailer that dropped, and of course we'll peruse the internet, see if anything new came up that we may have missed. But it rolls on. The nerd world rolls on. Still thinking about Last of Us. But without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend. It is me. It is me. I'm usually the problem. It's me. Happy to see all you guys here tonight on the stream, on the show. Is it fixed? There you go. It's fixed. Like I said, happy to have you guys here. Streaming once again on TikTok. So for all of you over on TikTok, welcome. I would suggest coming over to YouTube, but up to you if you'd rather watch on TikTok. At some point, I'll figure out a way to integrate the two. I've said that before. But for the rest of you, thanks for stopping by. We are continuing on this like almost nightly thing. Maybe it is like Tuesday through Thursday, and then like a Saturday or Sunday stream. Maybe that ends up being the formula for all of us. But Thursday night will remain HeyArcher Live at 8:15ish p.m., where the other weekdays are 6:30 p.m. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if we continue. I don't know. But for now, let's say hi to everybody in the chat. We, of course, have Ultra Carter in the house. Good to see you. Like you said, K-Walk in the house. Good to see you. I can't believe you were responsible for my thumbs down, K-Walk. But you rectified that. Don't forget to hit like, everybody. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell to get notified every time we go live at random times here on the channel. Millennium in the house. Good to see you. I think I actually got notified that you were also viewing on TikTok at one point. So I'm glad that TikTok probably brought you over to YouTube. That's great. You were live yesterday. The SOB, I was busy trying to get... Oh, you're still working on your elite stuff. Oh, you're doing custom work. All right, cool. Cool. Millennium said, replaced all my brakes and rotors today on the pickup all by myself. And I'm not a mechanic. I love that. I know nothing about anything, but figured it out. Hey, power of YouTube. Power of YouTube. Loving the natural light. Yeah, sun's out for a little bit longer, but most of this light's actually the regular lights here in the room. But yeah, we're getting some light through the window as well. So yeah, mixing it up. I had just realized today that the tattoo on the left forearm of my Elite 94 Edge is messed up, and bit of a shame. Tis a shame. Tis a shame. Getting the shameless plugs out the way, of course. We have Nerd Affiliated on Instagram. That's where we post a lot of our memes. We post news. We're also on Threads now, which I don't really talk about a lot. Of course, we're on TikTok as well. But if you want links to everything, of course, head over to nerdaffiliated.com. Your one-stop shop for all things nerd affiliated. So yeah, let's get right to it. We had a trailer today. What did it say? I'm totally sold. Yeah. We had a trailer drop today for the new Predator movie. I didn't even know this was a thing because if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, we were talking about a Predator movie, and then we got the trailer for the animated show that's coming out. So I thought, oh, maybe I was confused. I thought it was a movie, but it turns out it's animated, like what if type of show. But no, it turns out there's also a full on Predator movie coming out, the Predator Badlands. So that trailer dropped today. I'm very curious. I am very curious to see what the general reactions are to this trailer. I did pull it up here. I won't watch it. I don't feel like getting a copyright strike today. But uh you know, classic in the ship scene, skulls on the wall. And there was a funny meme today that was like fastest way to like $1 billion or something. And it was the Predator um like mask and then like the T-Rex skull on the wall. So lots of dinosaur fans out there. Tony in the house, good to see you. But looking at the trailer, I was enjoying what I was seeing. Immediately, was where are you at? Where are you at? One of the things that threw me off right away was seeing the human character, because everything up to this point, it seems like we were on some sort of Predator world, or we're definitely not on Earth, right? We're not on any humanoid type of planet. So seeing the girl, I was kind of like thrown off by what's happening. But then we got that scene that I ended up taking the screenshot of her eyes rolling back, showing her that she's a synthetic and that she's Whaling Corp. So we're getting, once again, a crossover between Alien and Predator. The last couple times weren't really the best, but it's fine. I believe in my opinion, they believe they belong in the same universe at this point. Like, why not? Why not? But one of the biggest things was seeing the actual Predator character. And in seeing the character, you definitely got the vibe that this was like a young child's, maybe teenager type Predator creature. We've not seen that before. And it's definitely doing the whole, going through the trials in order to earn the right to be like a Predator and go on. I'm trying to remember if this was a conversation we had together on stream or if this was offline, but that was it was offline because Sal had not seen Predators, that movie. And if you guys don't remember, the movie Predators is the movie that came out with Adrian Brody and Lawrence Fishburne. That the premise there was the Predators, in doing their like rite of passage, go to Earth, take people from Earth, dump them on a planet, and then have the Predators fight those people. Those are like the best warriors on the planet at the moment. The Earth is essentially like a breeding ground for fighters that they would, take to this planet. And I thought it was an interesting concept for like their rite of passage. But now seeing this movie where it seems like we're getting a rite of passage story, I'm like, okay, which one's going to be canon moving forward? Like, are we in a complete reboot or soft reboot of the Predator universe? Is that what's going on here? Is this going to tie into even Prey? Because in a way, sorry, not Prey, Alien Romulus. Because in a way, Romulus feels like it's meant to be a soft reboot to things. It's, they said it's in between 1 and 2, but like the direction things are going, like, are they going to acknowledge like Alien 3? Are they going to acknowledge, uh, what was the fourth one again? Whatever, Resurrection. I don't know. But I didn't completely mind the young predator creature, but it did in a way seem a little like too kiddie of a feel. Like if you told me this movie actually was like PG-13 and not R, I wouldn't be surprised. Even though I know it's probably gonna be R. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I'm down. After seeing Prey, I'm pretty much down for all of this. Um I'll tattoo the toy for you, says Millennium. And Tony said there's a short of there's a shot of a bus with a logo too. What am I missing in there? Oh, the Whalen logo is what you were talking about. Pretty sure. Um, oh, you have a custom Adrian Brody head sculpt. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I don't think this is a in theaters movie for me. I all of us saw Prey at home, on TV, so I don't see any reason why I need to go out of my way to see Badlands unless it ends up being like that good, especially review wise. Then I'm like, all right, I'll give it the experience and I'll give them my money and take the time out of my day. But for now, Predator Badlands remains. I'll wait till it's at home. But hey, if they want to invite me to a premiere, I will gladly accept the invitation and go see it. That skull too in the center top right looks like one of the was it engineers that was in Alien Prometheus. Is that what they were called? The engineers. So we'll see. I'll be optimistic about the movie for sure. For sure. Now the other big thing that I completely forgot about, and I'm not even going to take responsibility for forgetting about it because I didn't see it anywhere. Nowhere online yesterday was I reminded that Andor was premiering last night. We finished the stream yesterday, and I was saying how, it sucks we don't have Daredevil on Tuesdays anymore, but that's now replaced by Andor, allegedly. I say allegedly because I don't think it's going to be a true replacement as far as emotions. I was reminded about Andor because I was scrolling my feed on YouTube and saw the various channels doing their watch parties. And I was like, oh, got it. It's tonight. So if you don't know, they're rolling out 3 episodes a release or a week. And each one is like a year's time or something like that, leading up to Rogue One, of course. So today I actually watched episode 1. I didn't finish the second 2 yet, but this caught my eye yesterday. Theory was doing his stream.
So far, dude, it's just this show is so goddamn fucking boring. I'm serious. It's for me like this is just a very boring show. I hate those kind of stupid.
I don't know if you guys can hear. You were able to hear that. Let me pull it up here. I want to see what he thinks about episodes 2 and 3, and then I'll give my thoughts on stuff here. Star Wars Theory. There's also the trailer for Wednesday, so we could watch that together. I'm just gonna let this trailer play through. Actually, I'm gonna queue up the Wednesday season 2 trailer. And for some reason, I'm not seeing anything new. Was that just a line? Was it just like a? No, here it is. It's a teaser. That one's a teaser. So we'll watch that one after this. All right, let's switch over real quick. I'm not sure what episode he's into right now. Looks like episode 1. Face says it all. The face says it all. Here you go. So in the comment section, people right now are talking about it not really being good.
Oh my god, this shit's still going on?
Oh, the show's still going. I thought the show was done. It was still going.
Exposition.
Here you go.
A lot of unnecessary exposition. I feel like there was just lots of like cutting back and forth between different things, which I actually like that kind of storytelling when you're cutting back and forth between different characters. The Krennic scene probably pulled the whole episode for me. I like seeing the intricacies of the Empire from Krennic speaking. I think there's just something about his character and his level of authority that he's right under Tarkin, if not just about the same, and commanding everything and how close he is to the Emperor. I mean, he's essentially like, there's the Emperor, then there's Vader over here on this side, then there's Tarkin, who's a little above Vader, but in a different category, more so for the Navy. And then there's Tarkin underneath, Krennic underneath Tarkin. So he's quite close to the Emperor. I think that makes it fun for me. Too much like back and forth of unnecessary stuff with the party and the jungle. But yeah, it's a show, so that's what they're gonna do. Crazy to think that this one episode cost about what, $50 million. Anyways,
he's not wrong. He's not wrong on that one. He's not wrong on that one. Let's go over to see his thoughts after. I'll just say season 2, episode 2. Let's go about here.
Rhetoric that I got when I was defending the prequel trilogy. If you like the prequels, it doesn't mean you understand. It means you don't like good acting. Or no, what the fuck did they say? If you like the prequels, you don't understand writing. You don't understand good writing. Some shit like that. Basically, if you like the prequels, it's because you like shitty writing. I see the same thing in the comments here. If you don't like this show, it's because you don't understand good writing. It's essentially the inverse. And it's like, you can like something or not like something without having to fit in some sort of a box of good writing or bad writing. Like, I hate those kinds of stupid ass comments. So far, dude, it's just, this show is so goddamn fucking boring. I'm serious. It's, for me, like, this is just a very boring show. That means I don't understand Star Wars, whatever. Like, all right, go, like, okay.
All right, so now let's check out 3. Now, remind you, I've only seen so far episode 1. I've not seen episode 2 yet. I've not seen episode 3. So let's see how he feels coming out of episode 3. Talking. Might be a spoiler. I don't know. Let's listen in.
I did not.
Got me with an ad. Let's see. Skip.
Watching Star Wars, I felt like I was watching something with a Star Wars skin. You know, you got stormtroopers, you got TIE fighter. No, one. But that's it, and that's how I felt about Andor as well. The first season, it's like, yes, very cinematic, very nice costumes, very nice The music was okay in some of it. Nice acting, but just tons of dialogue. Unnecessary dialogue, too, that really doesn't further the plot of what George made or Star Wars or expand.
So I was thinking about this earlier today when it comes to Andor. I truly don't understand how anybody, after watching the first one, the first episode, I don't understand how somebody can say Andor season 1, and this isn't a dig at him per se, but I don't understand how somebody can say I loved Andor season 1 and I don't like season 2. And I don't mean that in a like it's literally, you know, oh, if you like a show, you should like every season. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, after watching Andor season 2, episode 1, if anything, that was more action, I feel like, than we got in a lot of the season 1 stuff, outside of like the final episode of the bank heist. Right? That was the first arc, I think. Like loving Andor season 1 and not liking Andor season 2 in this, after what we've seen so far, is like a wild take to me. And then I would dare anybody who says they don't like season 2 when it's all said and done. I mean, I could probably ask the question after, if you guys like it in comments, let me know. But I would dare say, like, what did you like about season 1 so much that you were like, oh, this was an amazing show that you're currently not going to be getting in season 2, that you've not seen so far in season 2? It's the same boring stuff. This show, like, Andor wants to be Game of Thrones so badly, with the exposition, different stories going on at the same time, you know, everybody getting almost like equal screen time. Andor gets slightly more. Really wants to do that. And it just fails at it. It fails at it. Season 1 was terrible. And I will continue to say it every time I talk about the show. Loved Rogue One. Rogue One is one of my top 3 Star Wars movies of all time. So it's not even like I'm hating on that. Love the idea. But anybody who complains on Andor now, I'm like, so list out what you liked about the first season. Because to me, it's like, you're not allowed to say Andor season 1 was bad. Like, I feel like that's where the fandom is right now. Like, people love to throw out the argument like, yeah, Disney Star Wars sucks except for Andor, except for The Mandalorian season 1 and 2. Like, those are like the talking points you have to bring up. But in this scenario, I'm like, I don't understand how Andor was ever on the list, and I don't understand, like, it just doesn't make sense. It's a wild take. It will be a wild take for somebody to say I didn't like season 2. I liked season 1. If it's gonna follow what we saw this week so far. My opinion. My opinion. Well, I have not watched Andor, but it is somewhat interesting me in giving it a watch, as it's more interesting than that shit show Acolyte and Skeleton Crew. Oh, and see you later. You're heading over to Nilda's live. Oh, awesome. I know she's going live right now. You know, my problem with the Skeleton Crew and Acolyte comparisons are they're different. Like, Acolyte was hated before anything was even shown. Like, people were just like, oh, it's going to be a woke identity politics, I'm out, and hated the show without watching it. With Andor season 2, we have season 1 to go based on, as far as like the characters involved, the tone, what they're leading towards. We even have the final, we literally have the final act, which is the movie that came out first. So I don't think it's a fair comparison. Like, if you're trying to rank it against Acolyte and Skeleton Crew, because those are both like brand new stories being told. I didn't like either show. I think right now, if I'm ranking all 3 shows, I still have Acolyte above Rogue One, or sorry, I have Acolyte above Andor and Skeleton Crew, only based on that one episode and that one fight scene. I didn't see anything in Skeleton Crew that I thought was interesting, outside of like what I thought the story might actually be, but it wasn't that at the end of the day. So, yeah, you love Terminator Zero, yeah. Team Jugs in the house, good to see you. I only want Skywalker lore. If it's not Skywalker, it's not Star Wars. Down with new ideas. Are you saying you're down for new ideas, or you're like kind of vote down new ideas? I'm ready for them to leave Skywalker lore, personally. I just feel like the time period between the prequels and their OT, the Clone Wars stuff, I feel like that whole window, that 40 years or whatever, has just been played to death at this point. Like, the only reason I'm mildly excited for the Darth Maul show is because Sam Witwer's involved, and I know Sam Witwer like really, really cares about Maul and tends to not want to do stuff unless Maul's going to be treated in a certain way. So like, fine, I guess. But I've seen Maul die twice on screen. I don't need another Maul show. I know where he ends up, and I know that he runs the Red Sun or whatever. We all know this, and we've seen stories around that. So like, why do I need to go even further into detail on him? Of course, I'm also contradicting because I loved Tales of the Jedi. So, there's that. I don't know. I can be persuaded, I guess, with the story. Patrick in the house, good to see you. Was the show meant to be all exposition? Yeah, that's how it feels. That is how it feels. Only thing I would like is a TV version of the Vader comics. Yeah. Other than that, we need new ideas. Yeah, the Vader comics are great. Like, I talked about it when we were watching the Vader fan film teaser. That level of violence with Vader is welcomed, and they did it in comics. So like, why not attempt to do that on screen? Like, why not attempt to do that in a show? We got to see a little bit of Savage Vader with the Kenobi show, which I still think Kenobi is underrated of a show. I understand all the arguments against Kenobi. I also, personally, I was enjoying the Reva character up until they revealed what her reasoning for things were, and the fact that she lived a second time after being stabbed. Like, once we went down that road again, I was just like, all right, they were hoping she would be way more popular and they could bring her back for more stuff, and it didn't work out. But leading up to that, I was fine with it. I think it's a cool concept. Like, if you have, the Inquisitors were all Jedi, right? Like, that's in the comics. The Inquisitors were all Jedi. They get, captured. They get turned. They get tortured into turning. Like, that whole concept's great. A show that focuses on the Inquisitors, interesting. But when they revealed the reasoning for everything, in the fact that she did it all so she can at some point hopefully blindside Kenobi or Vader, I'm like, all right, bro, like, that's the weirdest long game I've ever seen. Weirdest. So we'll see. Tony, you loved it. Kenobi, yeah. I mean, outside of Mandalorian, Kenobi's the one show I was looking forward to week after week of all the live action stuff. I would of the live action shows, I would put Mando as far as excitement goes, Mando 1 and 2, and then I would put Kenobi. I think IGN actually, I mean, I'm walking into that right there, but I think IGN did a live action ranking. Let's take a look. I swear I saw that somewhere. Oh, here it is. right, let's go over. All right, so Book of Boba Fett, last place. I can't. No. So I would put immediately Skeleton Crew in last place. Let me just look at the. I would put Skeleton Crew last place easily. And then at 6, I would put. At 6, I would probably put Ahsoka. I don't think there was anything interesting about Ahsoka in the slightest. Outside of like Balin looked cool. And that's about it. With the Acolyte, you at least had that that really good fight scene. You got 0 good fight scenes in Ahsoka. 0. So I would have Skeleton Crew 7, Ahsoka 6, Acolyte 5, Book of Boba Fett. The problem with Mando's is 3 seasons. Oh, did I say Andor already? 7 was Skeleton Crew. Sorry, 7. Let me write it down. 7, we have Skeleton Crew. 6, I'm going. What did I say? Did I say 6 was Andor? 6 is Andor. I don't think that's what I said the first time. 5, Acolyte. 4. Oh, wait. Ahsoka. 6 is Ahsoka. 5 is Acolyte. 4 is. I mean, I can't think of any high points in Andor, to be honest. I'm going Andor 5. And then Acolyte's 4. Can't spell. Acolyte's 4. 3. The thing is, Mando season 3 is so bad. It pulls down the whole thing. I'm gonna give 3 to Book of Boba Fett. 0 to do with Boba Fett. 0. Book of Boba Fett was only good because of the 2 Mando episodes we got. And they were very strong episodes. So 3 is Book of Boba Fett. 2, I have Kenobi. And then 1 is Mando. Going strictly on things that were like exciting to watch. Man, I have tons of issues with Mando, but I mean, we could also agree it was at least fun to watch. Book of Boba Fett, like I said, those 2 Mando episodes are strong. Kenobi has more good episodes than Book of Boba Fett, so that one's number 2. Acolyte had the best fight scene of any of these shows. I mean, can you guys name a fun Mando fight scene? The only one that comes to my mind is the only fight scene where I was like on the edge of my seat. Wasn't even a fight; it was a slaughter, and that was when was it Praetorian Guard, whatever they're called, whenever those red ones went after the Heavy Arms character, the Jon Favreau character. When they showed up, I was like, "Oh shit, it's getting real." And then they iced him. Like that's the only time in Mando I was like, "Wow, this is a really good fight scene." Because otherwise, he's wearing Beskar. They're all wearing Beskar, and they're just bullets are bouncing off of them. So, to me, there's never any tension in a Mando fight. I really cannot think of a Mando fight scene that I was like, wow. There's just cool things that happen in it. Patrick said that you liked Ahsoka. Yeah, I mean, most people seem to have loved Ahsoka. I'm well aware I'm in the minority of people that didn't like Ahsoka. As somebody who loved Clone Wars and grew to love the character of Ahsoka, I wanted to like the show. I really wanted to like the show. But that's my list. Hit enter. So now it's official. It's on the IGN page. Now, something I did think was interesting, I wanted to see was Google Trends. I forgot this existed. And I was like, I'm curious to see how's Andor doing trend wise. Let me go back. Does it make a difference if I hit the show? I saw there's a show option. No, it's the same. Okay, so right now it is. Oh, you can compare it. Look at that. Let's compare it to. Let's compare it to Star Wars in general. Let's just see where it falls. Just in the Star Wars conversation. So in the past day, they run pretty similar, which makes sense. Past 30 days, Star Wars was more, of course. Past year. And let's look at past 5 years. There you go. So what's interesting here is at one point, the trend of Andor did pass Star Wars when it came out, I guess. September 18th. When was Andor season 1? 21st. Yeah, it makes sense. So that's when your show was out. But look at that. I'm going to get rid of, can I get rid of this? I've never used this before. Remove. There you go. Right now, it looks like it's trending to be as high as, or almost as high as season 1, but this is incomplete data at the moment. This is the 20th to 26th. So we'll see when that plays out. But at the moment, it's trending lower than season 1 as far as Google searches or trending on Google. Is it on trending now at all? Are there any nerdy things trending on Google right now? Oh, what happened to Santana? Something happened to Santana? Hospitalized. All right, still going. He's still going. No, Wednesday, season 2. It's the only nerdy thing on here. Ghost of Yotel. That trailer came out as well. I'm telling you, and when it comes to popularity, Andor is just not it. Andor does not hold weight. It does not hold weight. But let me know if you guys are excited for the show. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer on it. Every time we talked about Andor, I've come from the angle of only hardcores care about it. And even then, they're just like loosely care about it. It's the only Star Wars out right now. But I would love to see how it progresses. And for the record, I hope the show's good. After episode 1, I feel like I'm getting more of the same. Theory doesn't even seem to like it. But I don't see how they could turn this show around. And this isn't a spoiler, but he's still episode 1, it even opens up telling you that it's a year after season 1. So a year later, he's still like fish out of water to stuff. Like he goes on a mission and he's like, I'm like, how'd you even get there? He's so like, oh, I don't. I'm like, how'd you even get here? It's so bad. It's so bad. But I'll continue. I do it for all of you, of course. I do it for all of you. Let's go back to, I'm going to use IGN to see. Oh, that's right. Wednesday. We want to watch the Wednesday teaser. So let's check that one out.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens. Anything else on your person? Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
You care to explain this?
Sun cream, seriously?
This is the first time you've ever willingly returned to a school. How does it feel?
Like returning to the scene of the crime. Howdy, Ruby. I already know where the bodies are buried. Let's play dolls. I mean, it is a little creepy, but the curls are super soft. It's made from real human hair. So
Wherever there's murder and mayhem, you will always find an Adams.
Every family has dark secrets, Wednesday. And secrets can have deadly consequences.
you don't need to worry about me, Mother. I do my best work in the dark.
Two parts. That's weird. Two parts that are a month apart. Interesting. Is it not going to be a full series? That's weird. Oh, instead of doing a full episode dump, they're dumping a whole bunch August 6th, and they're dumping a whole bunch September 3rd. I forgot Netflix they do whole dumps. Interesting. I like the first season. The only nitpick I had, for the sake of nitpicking something, was, they're all about murder and horror and stuff like that. But then, like, murders happen, and you're like, oh my God, a murder happens. Like, that's always been my issue with it. But it's a fun show. I'm glad they're kind of continuing the events of the first season. They have the Jekyll and Hyde person back. Looks good. Looks good. Good time of the year to drop that, I think. Unless it was like September, October. But I think what's smart about that, dropping it a little bit earlier, is it gives you time going into the Halloween season for kids to like, oh, I want to dress up as Wednesday, or I want to dress up as an Addams Family character. Start to source all that stuff, so then by the time Halloween rolls around, you're good, versus dropping it Halloween. So, like Squid Games, 2-part upload. Oh, okay. I didn't see Squid Game season 2, so I couldn't remember. I forgot that's how they do it. That's fine. It's a fine show. Like, I enjoyed it. I'm not like overly like, oh my God, like I cannot wait for Wednesday season 2. But it'll be something to just kind of pass the time. I feel like that's the general vibe, right? Oh, interesting. Interesting. This guy had a lot of work to do today. So, on my feed here, Tyrone Magnus is putting in some work today. I'm curious to see what his thoughts were on Predator Badlands.
Let's get it, baby. You're one ugly. The
I didn't
trophy.
think you survived.
The drums. All right.
I will always give this guy props. He has not changed the formula to his shows or his channel since the jump. Same camera angle, same gimmick, 2 million subs. Killing it. Killing it. Those of you on Twitch, of course, thank you for stopping by. If you can, jump over to YouTube. I keep saying Twitch. TikTok. Those of you on TikTok, jump over to Twitch or YouTube. It's definitely a more interactive experience, I would say. All right, let's continue. I also just got the vibe with that bike of the opening of Ahsoka. Of Sabine on the bike in the beginning of episode 1. What's up, Super? Good to see you.
The hell?
Also, I just kind of caught that too. Doesn't that look like the planet that they're on in the beginning of Romulus? Kind of does.
You're hunting something. It can't be killed.
I mean, do we think he likes it? Which direction? What direction do we think he's going here? Does the Predator face look more human? It does. It totally does. It totally does. And yeah, 100% authentic. Just keep being consistent. Yeah. And Tony liked. Oh, that was Wednesday. I think we were talking about.
It looked terrible. Why does it look like that? The hell is going? I'm gonna have to see more. I just went from hyped to not hyped at all. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did the Predator look like that?
I'll give him that. I'll give him that. It doesn't really look like a Predator movie. He definitely looks more human, for sure. The child thing is kind of weird. But here's the thing. I'm still riding on Prey and how good Prey was to instantly cast doubt on this movie. I think that's the problem. And Romulus also, I have my issues with Alien Romulus. It was still a decent movie, though. Why Ellie Fanning? I think she's great and funny, but not a badass. Oh, that's the girl that's in this one. Is Ellie Fanning in something else that we're watching right now?
It's like the Superman suit. That was bad. Why did it look? What the hell's going on here? Well, it is what it is. Prey was good. I don't know
Same.
about this. It's just I am not hyped at all for this movie. I'm gonna have to watch the trailer a few more times, get more information on this. I'm gonna have to see more. This doesn't look good. Post your comments down below.
You know what I think also is an issue with that trailer is everything looks CGI. Like none of it remotely looks like an actual set or a place you can touch, you know? That might be the other kind of big issue. But the Predator face, I could see issue. She was in the Hulu show The Great and a bunch of random stuff. Oh, okay. I'm willing to entertain it. You know, I'm willing to entertain it. We have this one. We have the animated show coming out. So we'll see. We'll see. Prey set such a high bar, though. Prey set a real high bar. So I would love to see where they can take it. But all right, I think that's a wrap for today. I think should we? Is there any reason to? There's no reason to. Nah, I was gonna watch the Ghost of Yotai. I said Yotel, Yotai trailer, but it's fine. It looked great. It looked great. I'm not saying it looked bad. It looked great. I just I feel like we already watched the trailer on today's episode. But tomorrow is HeyArcher Live at its premium time, 8:15-ish p.m. Where of course we will pour ourselves a drink and toast to it almost being the weekend. But I don't know. I'm feeling kind of let down on that after seeing his reaction. I am feeling a little bit more let down on that movie. It's just, you know, it's hard coming off of Last of Us and Sinners and watching something like Andor, watching something like the trailer to this Predator movie. It's hard to come off of those, go to this and be like, oh, I'm hyped, you know? I don't know. It's probably going to be a Predator humanoid character or a hybrid because of science. That also happens in the Predator, whatever that other movie was. I hope they explain why it looks different. We all related to the Predator, and yeah, in the Predator movie they talk about that. So maybe they'll come up here. I'm hoping for a soft reboot. Like, comment, subscribe, talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. I'm out of here.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah, come on, push a button. Push the goddamn button.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.